First, I would like to thank you all for coming to spend some time with me today. And before you watch this video, I would like to let you all know that I have used a very, very rare humming apparatus, and it's extremely relaxing. And it may not be for everybody, but I think that some of you will find that it may be the most relaxing sound that you have ever heard. Okay. Now, if you don't enjoy humming sounds, you may be able to tune it out. You may not, so I hope that you enjoy this state-of-the-art machine that I've used, or rather that somebody else was so kind to use for the entire morning. The entire morning. The entire morning. So, I hope that you will enjoy this video, and let me know what you think about the humming apparatus and the person who's decided to use it all morning. Thanks. Hi, how can I help you today? Okay, you're looking to buy some gifts. Great. Well, I always suggest that you try out a product before you commit to buying it. So, since you're here and I have some time, why don't we do a mini makeover so that you can feel and experience all of the products. I'll show you our best sellers, and then you can choose which ones you'd like. Okay, great. That sounds good. Now, do you have any allergies? No, any skin irritations? No. What about the person you're buying for? Okay, great. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing we want to do is make sure that there's no leftover makeup on your face at all. And even though it may feel like there's not or look like there's not, sometimes there's a little bit left over. So I'm going to go ahead and show you our #1 best seller for makeup remover. It's also my absolute favorite. It is this Neutrogena Makeup Clearing Cleansing Towelettes, or makeup remover. This is very gentle on skin. It doesn't burn your eyes or dry out your skin. Neutrogena is really good about products that are good for you as well as effective. Now this is empty. We just use this to show how it comes. But usually there's 30 towelettes in here. And this is gentle enough to use every day, so you can use it every night before bed. And it will last you about a month. So here we keep these cotton rounds pre-moistened with them. So if it's okay, I'd like to just run one of these across your face a few times to make sure that there's no leftover makeup. Would that be okay? Okay, great. it doesn't look like you have too much makeup on, so I think one should be fine. Okay. Great. This gets off any eye makeup, lipstick, bronzer, contour, anything that you think may be left behind, because normally those things do get left behind. All it takes is a swipe or two with the towelette, and it's taken care of. There we go. Perfect. Do you notice how it's not stinging your eyes at all? I love that. Sometimes you can get makeup remover that just doesn't feel good. It's so important, especially before bed, to feel clean but also comfortable. It's hard to go to bed with stinging eyes. Okay, just about done. Perfect. Okay, great. You're now completely clean and free of any makeup or leftover anything from yesterday. The next step that's really very important is to moisturize. Our bestseller is this Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer. This will also help to keep your skin clear of blemishes, like pimples, things like that. Clean and Clear has definitely improved over the last few years to adhere to a more mature audience, not just teenagers, but also adults who suffer from blemishes as well. But either way, this particular moisturizer is very smooth and soft and very easy on the skin. So I'm going to apply it with a brush, but just so that you can hear the smoothness and see it, I'll apply it to my hands. Usually I just take 2 fingers, pump a few times, just like that, and as you can see, it's very creamy. And what I love about it is that it's not sticky. It's just very smooth and comfortable. And it smells delicious. Would you like to take a smell? Yeah. So as I'm going to apply it with a brush, I'll show you my brush apron, which is what I'll be using. I'll be using these brushes today. Maybe not all of them, but they are all pretty essential for different reasons. And we do sell them all. This brush here, number 73, is the one I'll be using to apply your moisturizer. These brushes are cleaned and sanitized in between each client, so not to worry. Just go ahead ahead and snap it back on. And get my number 73, which is a blush brush. However, like all makeup and makeup brushes, you can use the brush for how you see fit. Some people use this for contouring. The tapered edge is great to get into the hollows, very precise. And some people use it for blush. It's great just to go up your cheekbone there. As you can see, it's very fluffy. So I'm just going to put a squirt or two on the brush. And if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and apply it now. Okay. You have great skin. Yeah. There we go. Problem areas are usually on the sides of the nose that get pretty dry, and the chin. What is the occasion that you're buying gifts for? Oh, how great. Okay, so you're all moisturized and we're ready to get to the good stuff. A very important step is to apply a primer. And this week we are giving away trials. This is our best-selling primer. It is the Hourglass Veil Primer. Primers tend to feel a little bit oily, but this Hourglass primer does not feel so oily. So let's use this primer since I'm going to give it to you anyway. As you can see, it has this beautiful frosted glass. Basically, what a primer will do is to ensure that your makeup lasts all day, because who wants to put on makeup and have it disappear a couple hours later? So I'll try to get all of the primer off first to show you the applicator, which is really just a thin sort of spatula. And we're just going to scoop some up. We'll apply it in dabs all around. You don't need very much primer. And I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush that I used, number 73, to apply your moisturizer. We're just going to go ahead and blend that into your skin. It does feel very smooth. There we go. Great. I like to pay special attention to underneath the eyes, where the concealer and foundation and contour will be, or highlight. Okay, let's get started on the makeup. Do you typically wear a lot of makeup? Okay. Okay, so our best-selling foundation, I don't know if you wear that very often, is again Neutrogena. It's very, very delicate again on the skin, and it's a skin clearing foundation. So it will help your skin to stay supple and clear of any blemishes. This is in the shade 70, which I think will match your skin tone perfectly. So I always use a brush when applying my own or anybody else's foundation. It's just so important not to get the oils from your fingers in the pores of your face. Because that could cause blemishes, pimples. Nobody likes those things. So I'm going to pull up my favorite foundation brush. This is numbered FB07. It stands for face brush, and just the number of it is 7. You can see it has a flat top, and it's very dense, and that's to give a blurring effect so that it blends in nicely to the rest of your skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little of the foundation on the brush, just a dab, and if it's okay with you, I'm going to go ahead and blend it in now. Okay. So the way I like to do it is in small, quick circles, and that will work to blend out everywhere. There we go. Yeah, this matches your skin tone perfectly. Perfect. There we go. It's always also really important to get it even with your hairline and to blend it in so that it looks natural. And I'll get under here. Perfect. Great. And on your ears too, don't forget. Okay. Perfect. That looks great. There we go. After we have done the foundation, we're going to do some concealer underneath the eyes just to clear up any dark circles and lighten up under the eyes so you look a little more awake, a little brighter, ready for the day. Okay? Great. As you can see, this tube of Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Concealer is well loved. It comes with this sponge tip applicator that you would put just directly under your eyes in a triangle pattern. But today, we're going to apply it directly with a beauty blender, which is how you would normally blend it in anyway. So I'll go ahead and put it right on here. And to get more of the concealer out, you just twist like that until it all comes to the top. So I'll put it directly on the Beauty Blender. And we'll go ahead and just blend it in. I like to do this one with little sort of like splotches. Just right under the eye, right onto the side there. Perfect. There we go. That's great. Excellent. You don't really have dark circles anyway, but it doesn't hurt just to brighten up underneath. There we go. Great. And with the same Beauty Blender, we're going to use a liquid highlighter. And this is called Dream Lumi. And the applicator looks like a little paintbrush. And normally I would just apply this in a sort of like an L shape right along the under of my eye. But today again, I'm just going to go ahead. But again, today we're just going to go ahead and apply it right to the Beauty Blender. I use the same Beauty Blender to blend out my concealer and highlight. A liquid highlight anyway. And we're going to do the same thing right underneath the eyes. There we go. Perfect. The Beauty Blender is super soft and very squishy. That's a good word to use for it. Squishy. Perfect. Excellent. Now while that is setting and drying, we're going to focus on your eyes next. So the first thing I want to do is just sharpen up the eyebrows just a tiny bit. So the next thing I want to do is just sharpen up the eyebrows just a tiny bit. And I'm going to be using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Eyebrow Duo. And as you can see when you open it, it's got two different colors. Meant to add some definition and shape to your eyebrows. So I'm going to reach in my handy dandy brush apron and pull out our eyebrow brush. And if you can see, it has a very slanted edge and it's a very dense brush, so that you can dip it right into the powder and then just apply the shape. I like to run the darker color right along the shape of the eyebrow, just like that. I was going to try my left hand, but I don't think that would work very well. We don't want you looking silly. Right along the shape there. That's great. And I take the lighter color and then I'll just brush into the brow to fill it in. That's great. There we go. Again, just filling in. Perfect. Okay, that looks great. And the next step is your eyeshadow. Now, we have a best-selling brand for eyeshadow, and it is Urban Decay's Naked Palettes. We do have all of them available, but I just brought the first and third. The first, as you can see, has this velvety cover. And when you open it, you see you get a brush here, and you get all the colors. Virgin, Sin, Naked, Sidecar, Buck, Half-Baked, Smog, Dark Horse, Toasted, Hustle, Creep, and Gunmetal. And the third palette has this tin-like packaging and what looks like wrinkles or imperfections in the packaging that are actually meant to be there. This one snaps closed, and again you can see you got the brush and you get all of these colors. Strange, Dust, Burnout, Limit, Buzz, Trick, Nooner, Liar, Factory, Mugshot, Dark Side, and Blackheart. Which palette would you prefer to use today? Oh, okay. That's totally fine. We won't need to use any. No big deal. How about some mascara? Okay, great. Our best-selling mascara is this Sumptuous Volume. It comes in this great gold packaging, and I'll show you the brush on it. It's very full, and it gives a great voluminous look and curl to the lashes. Now, we recommend not to do that very often. But something tells me you're here for the sound. I'll make an exception. Okay, if you're more comfortable, we can do this with your eyes closed or open. Just stay very still. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. don't forget about the bottom lashes. Sometimes that's the most important. Excellent. That looks great. Now, I know that you said you wanted more of a daytime look, so I'll just show you our contour palette. This is another Anastasia Beverly Hills product, and it is our contour palette. I'll go ahead and slide it out. As you can see, the actual palette and the packaging look pretty identical. And when we go ahead and open it, you'll see that we have 6 shades to contour with. Normally I will use these to blend it together right here along the hollows of my cheeks, all along my forehead, down my temples, and then some on my chin as well. And if you'd like to, you can also contour your nose and right underneath your lips. The lighter yellow looking color in the middle is for right below your eyes, just to give it that glow, as well as this lighter pink or peach shade. This would obviously be for a darker complexion, and this one here is for a highlight. I like to use that one on my brow bone, but you could also use it along your cheekbone. On your Cupid's bow, it's always nice to have a little highlight as well. I want to show you one other thing about this particular palette, which sets it apart from a lot of other contour palettes. I'm going to just grab a pen. This probably isn't the most preferable way to do it, but if you take your pen and put it right here in the little space and push up, the actual pan of makeup will come right out like that. You'll see now we have an empty pan space, and it's great because you can go right onto the website. You'll see the name on the back. This one is called Sand, and you can order just this pot or pan of makeup to put right back into the space. That way you don't have to buy an entire new contour kit, because mostly we all buy it just to contour our own faces. And so if I use these two mostly, this one doesn't get used often, or if you use this one and this one mostly, this one won't get used very often. So to go and to buy an entire new palette at however much this costs, which we can go over after, is sort of wasteful when you can just go and buy one pot of each. So I thought that that was very cool. Oh, you do think that they'd like it? Great. Well, we're actually having a sale on this. Okay. I have a last couple of things to show you. It's all about lips. These are our 2 biggest sellers, and interestingly enough, they couldn't be more opposite, and I'll show you why. So Our first bestseller is this shade, which is called Blankety, and you can see here it's a very nude pinkish shade. It's currently what I have on. It looks good on almost everybody. It's just a really good natural neutral shade. Also, I love how MAC lipsticks come in this bullet, sort of defining casing. They're known for their amazing products and great packaging as well. Our next best-selling lip product, which is also from MAC, is a polar opposite of this here. It is loud, it is fun, and it is bright. And this is called Candy Yum Yum. It's fitting. And as you can see, it is a very bright pink color. It's probably not for everybody, but it's fun to have it, to be fun with it. Makeup is about having fun, so having fun colors is good sometimes to play around with, and then to go back with that nice neutral color when you need to go back or have a more professional or casual look, to go back to that neutral color is always good as well. So we have both of these, and that is what I have to show you today. Is there anything else particular that you'd like to see? Okay, great. Well, you look fantastic. You looked great when you came in, but now you just look like an enhanced version of yourself, which is what makeup should always do, I think. Is there anything specific that you think that they would like? Okay, the contour palette. Okay, the mascara. Oh, and both lipsticks. Wow. Well, I guess somebody's fun. Okay, I'll go ahead and get those bagged up for you, and I'll meet you over at the register. It was great to meet you and talk with you today, and if you need anything else, please don't hesitate to call and ask for Belle, okay? Okay, I'll see you in a second. This is a joke.